Welcome to Familypreneur, the podcast for parent entrepreneurs
raising kidpreneurs.
It's time for your weekly dose of inspiration and actionable tips to build your business and find better balance, all while strengthening your family. And now we'd like to introduce your host.
She's my mom and thebomb.com, Meg Brunson.
Hey there, welcome to episode number 91 of the Familypreneur podcast. Today's guest is just 8 years old, and he has been featured on Fox 5 Atlanta's Best New Homes, My Time Magazine, and several other platforms. He created his business to develop fun, adventurous, and unique ways of learning for other kids. Today, I would like to introduce you to the 8-year-old CEO of Daddy Did You Know, accompanied by his mom, Tara, Caden Harris. Hi, Caden. Hey, Tara. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, Meg. Thanks for having us.
Hi, Miss Meg.
Hey, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to be here with me.
You're welcome.
So, Caden, tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Caden, and I'm 8 years old, and I'm the CEO of Daddy Did You Know? And my business will solve the problem to financial literacy through my financial flashcards and my YouTube tutorials. My business is different from others because it's for a kid, by a kid, with my unique touch. My brand includes science, engineering, and finance.
Woo, that's a great summary of who you are and what you do. Now, have you always been so well-spoken, or have you struggled with public speaking in the past?
I've struggled a little with public speaking.
But you found some things that really help you, right?
Yes.
What's the name of the group that you go to that helps you out?
Toastmasters.
Heard a lot of good things about Toastmasters. Now, we actually spoke to your sister a couple weeks ago. Tell me about how you were inspired to start your business. It was after you watched your sister, right?
Yes. After I watched my sister, I would go to my dad and I would say, Daddy, did you know? And I would tell him things that he did know. And for an example, I would say, Daddy, did you know that babies can only see black and white when they're first born?
And what did your dad say?
He said, that's interesting. And as soon as I left, he looked on Google to see if it was right.
Our kids teach us stuff all the time. So you love knowing a lot of cool facts, right?
Yes.
So how did you learn so much about financial literacy? That's a lot to know when you're 8.
Because I would watch my dad speak and he would talk about financial literacy.
Awesome. So can you give us a little definition of what financial literacy, what that means?
Financial literacy is important to me so that other kids can learn so that they won't be poor and have to live on the streets.
That's a really good mission to make sure that people aren't poor and living on the streets. And so you're able to earn money too. And what are you using your money for?
I'm saving up my money for my goal, and my goal is to buy a multi-family unit before I'm 20 years old.
How many families do you want to have living in your unit?
As many as possible.
And will that be an income source for you too, so that will make you money?
Yes.
Awesome. I see big things coming for you.
Because I will live in one and I will rent out the rest, and each of them will pay me $700 for their rent, and I will use that for the maintenance and for the building.
You've really thought that out. Is that a good price in your area?
Yes.
Yeah, so people will want to live there, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome. Since starting your business, you've landed a pretty exciting spot on television, haven't you?
Yes, and these are some cards that I did with them. They're on mortgage do's and don'ts, and I did them with a company named New American Funding.
Awesome. So they're mortgage do's and don'ts?
Yes.
You know about mortgages too?
Yes, and one of mine is don't lie on your loan application. The truth will come out and your nose will grow just like Pinocchio's.
Oh, I love that. That is definitely good advice. I know that our listeners are going to be able to use that. Don't lie on the application.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So you also have become one of the top 20 students in Atlanta, right?
Yes.
What was that like? Did you get an award?
No, but I did get this magazine that I am in.
Awesome. Are you at your school?
Yes, I'm doing career day.
So tell me about career day. That was kind of an interesting day for you too, right?
Yes, all of my classmates came down and some of the other classes, and they watched my business, and they watched me do my pitch, and they liked my business, and my class was interested, and I have light bulbs that have candy in them, and all of them were asking, can they have them?
I bet candy is a big hit at events like that.
And I did an experiment in the blue where you would put the blue over the bottle and it would have baking soda in it and there would be vinegar in the bottom. It will make the balloon have air in it. And on one when I was doing when I was doing the project with the first graders, I was the girl was putting it on, and when she was putting on, it exploded in our face, and it got in my mom's hair. You know how ladies are when their hair gets wet.
Oh, that was probably funny for you, but maybe not funny to your mom, huh?
Yes.
I bet. Now, do you share your science experiments too?
Yes.
Where can people see your science experiments?
You can go to my YouTube channel where I do science projects.
And you love doing science projects?
Yes.
Do you have financial advice on your YouTube channel too?
Yes.
So you can get the best of both worlds.
Yes.
Now, you told me a story about being told that you can't do things. Is that right?
Yes.
What do you think about that? What do you have to say if there's a kid out there who somebody said that they can't do their dream?
Don't let them negative people get in your way of doing great things.
That is great advice. I think as a grown-up, sometimes it takes us a lot of years to learn that. So I'm really proud of you that you learned that already in your 8. What about the kids at your school? Are there other kids who have their own businesses? Besides your sister, of course.
No.
No? What do the other kids think about your business? Do they think it's cool?
Yes.
Yeah.
They said that they want to work for me.
What do you think about that? Are you ready to expand into some employees or not yet?
Yes, because I won $25,000 and they want me to hire 5 people.
So are you going to use $25,000 to hire 5 people? Is that the goal, or did I get it confused?
I'm going to hire five employees and I'll give them their paycheck for them doing their duty.
I love it. What are you going to have them do? Do you know yet?
Package my flashcard. I can have them put my products up when I have a vending event the next day.
You can think of some other ones later too. It can be really hard when you're starting to outsource to know which kinds of things to have other people do, huh?
Yes.
Are there people in your family that help you with your business now?
Yes.
Who helps you?
My mom and my dad.
And what do they do? What parts do they help you with?
My mom makes all of the. My mom helps deliver all of the things, and she makes sure that I have a lot of things so I don't run out of products. And my dad puts in all of the thoughts.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like you've got some good teamwork going on over there. And do you and your sister support each other too?
Yes.
No fighting?
Sometimes.
I like the honesty, like he caught himself. So I loved hearing about all of your goals. Is it okay if I ask your mom a couple of questions?
Yes.
Cool, thank you. So Tara, what is it like being the mom to two entrepreneurial kids?
Very busy because a lot of times kids have businesses, but they share the same businesses. But Caden and Kennedy have two separate businesses, so they have two different needs.
And then are you self-employed as well?
Yes.
So you're juggling your business and your husband's juggling his, and then you've got both kids. How do you keep everything balanced?
Right. A lot of teamwork. My husband's really good at helping out. I help with his business plus theirs. So we do everything together. Like even if he has speaking events, sometimes if it's on the weekend, we'll go with him. We'll watch him speak, and then they spend the rest of the weekend swimming. So at the pool, at the hotel. And so we balance everything like that.
Are there any tools that you guys use that help make things easier, like scheduling tools or anything like that?
Yes, we schedule like our social media stuff. We use Google Calendar where we can combine our schedule. So if I know something's going on, I can put it in on his schedule and it'll be on both of ours. That helps out a lot.
I'm a huge Google Calendar fan, so I totally get that. And then I'm just curious, what about your background? So were your parents entrepreneurial, or was this all kind of brand new for you?
They actually weren't. Right out of high school, I went to the military, so I'm a Navy veteran. And when I got out, I went to school, and my first job was as a CNA, and I was kind of like forced to work for myself because the family wanted to hire me right on instead of through a company. And so after that, I had ideas about other businesses, and me and my husband share a business, and so I just learned along the way.
That's so awesome. I love hearing the stories of how entrepreneurship just trickles down and touches everybody. Now, Caden, I know that you really love reading, and I was really interested to hear what your favorite book was, your favorite business book. Do you want to share that with us too?
Yes, my favorite book, I just got it in the mail yesterday, and it's by Eric Thomas. It is called Average Skill, Phenomenal Will.
Whoa, so that's your brand new favorite book. That's not even the book you told me was your favorite. That's awesome. Have you read the whole thing yet, or have you just started it?
I've just started it.
Well, I heard that you really liked the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. Do you still like that one, but it's taken a second place now?
Yes.
So how many times you read it?
I've read it about 4 or 5 times.
Whoa, and you've learned a lot from that book, huh?
Yes.
Well, I'm curious, Caden, what would be your advice for a kid who wanted to start their own business?
Never give up and don't say I can't. My mom always said, don't say I can't, just say I need help.
That is great advice. All right, Tara, and how about you? What would be your number one piece of advice for a parent entrepreneur who is trying to encourage their kids to do the same thing?
I would tell them to research and to have their kids very involved in the process, because some parents will take on things and the kids don't really know what's going on. So have them involved in decisions, sit down and have a discussion at the table about how the business operation is going to work, and just explaining them sometimes, there's times kids want to go to parties, but they have an event and they have to decide, like, is your business important right now or your party? And they have to make the decision about what they're going to do.
Now, I'd love to know where we can learn more about you. Like, where can my listeners go to learn more about you? And I hear you have a book coming out soon. It'll probably already be out by the time this episode launches. So if you could share where people could find it, that would be great.
They can go to my website, daddydidyouknow.com, and they can go to my social media, all at daddydidyouknow.com.
I will put those links in the show notes so that all the listeners, the kids and the adults, can go check out everything that you have to offer.
And I have a course coming out. It will teach kids about financial literacy and how to double their allowance through snack cakes.
That sounds super interesting. Who is the course made for? Like a certain age kid or any kids?
It's made for everybody, adults and kids.
So I could double my allowance?
Yes.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'll have to check that out too. Well, thank you so much. It was so nice to talk to you. And I think that what you're doing is amazing. You've obviously done a lot of really great, made a lot of great progress. You speak very well about your business. I loved your elevator pitch in the beginning. And I think you're going to do great things.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You will find all of the links mentioned in this week's episode and the show notes at megbrunson.com/91. Now, I did mention that we also interviewed Caden's sister, Kennedy. That was on episode 73. So if you missed it, feel free to go to megbrunson.com/73 for that episode and those show notes, or you can scroll back in your favorite podcast player. Again, you'll be looking for the episode Preventing Misidentification with 8-year-old CEO Kennedy Harris. She has an amazing story, so if you haven't heard it, make sure you go back and give it a listen. Thank you again for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoyed listening to Caden as much as I enjoyed interviewing him, and I hope that it encourages you to spend a little more time with your kids, fostering that entrepreneurial spirit within them. Until next time, have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.
If you enjoyed this episode, leave us a review and a rating on iTunes. It only takes a moment, and let's be honest, it helps other parent entrepreneurs know how amazing this podcast really is.